Hi there, Marjie. I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, I really do apologize if I did say it wrong. So we are having a look into um, things. So thank you so much for being understanding about the fact that I got very unwell recently. I was taking a little sort of break for myself, and it's typical that that's just when things happen, right? You said here, hi, it's me again, lol. Things are changing and I'm looking for a little guidance. So we're going to be answering your 5 questions. So you are a Gemini Sun, Pisces Moon, and Taurus. Well, your Venus is in Taurus, which actually is really interesting because when you think about Pisces, it's actually ruled by the moon. Think about Taurus, the ruling planet of Taurus is Venus. Wow, that's a really strong combination. And then again, Dara here is a Capricorn Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and a Pisces Venus, which is again very interesting combo. So let's have a look, and see what is coming through. I have your questions as well, so we're going to be looking into those. So essentially, we are going to be connecting to spirit guides, both of your energies, tarot, and myself. So we've got lots of layers coming through. Also, I'm losing my voice a little bit in between, so I'm going to take a sip of water just before we start with your reading. There we go. All right, things are a little bit better with the voice as well. Let's start with your first question. Okay, so I've just kept my phone to the side here. So does Dara think about me other than when we see each other on Fridays? Is he looking at my social media? So the cards I'm going to be using are these ones right here. So this is called the Trippin' Weight deck. It is super fun, super colourful. I felt so drawn to use this for your reading today. So that's what we're going to be using. Really hope it helps you, gives you that sort of clarity that you're looking for as well. So let's get started. Let's see what's coming through. I'm really hoping that it gives you sort of lots of clarity as well. Alright, so let's have a look and see, does he think about you other than when the two of you see each other on Fridays? Is he looking at your social media? 6 cards. So I do a 6-card spread for each of the questions. You might think to yourself, 6 cards, oh my gosh. Yeah, it really does give a lot of clarity for sure, because they're very potent in their energies. So we need another 2 cards. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling we'd got all of the cards. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, King of Cups, Ace of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. So outside of the two of you meeting on Fridays, there is definitely a lot of thought that is brewing and manifesting in regards to the two of you, and specifically him thinking about you outside of the Fridays. So that's definitely something that's coming through, especially with the 8 of Pentacles, because the 8 of Pentacles really does showcase thoughts growing, thoughts manifesting. The 7 of Wands is also about sort of having eyes on the prize. So I definitely do feel that there is some kind of spying on your social media that is definitely going on, trying to learn much more about you as well, which is also coming through with the 8 of Pentacles, trying to gain much more knowledge, but also pretending like that's not the case, So what some people can do is that they can look at social media, but then also, they won't say that, hey, I've been looking at your social media. So this is about, keeping yourself to yourself, keeping your thoughts and your knowledge and what you've learned to yourself. So that's pretty obvious in that sense that, he would look at your social media, try and get lots of knowledge, but then also keep it to himself in that sense, and obviously not tell you that he's been looking at your social media. So that's definitely something that's coming through. And outside of Fridays, definitely do see there's quite a bit of thought here as well, because you've got the Page of Pentacles, right? So this is also about thinking about you more so especially in his own time. Ace of Cups, also thinking about you more in his own time, and also sort of feelings and attraction really growing, because that's what the Ace of Cups is also known as. And the King of Cups as well, right? Thinking about you in a much more sort of mature, sort of solid way, if that makes sense. So there's definitely a lot of thoughts here in regards to, really thinking about you, thinking about how and where and when and what can happen in regards to thoughts, feelings. So that is coming through quite strong on the cards. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next question. So let's progress along. I'm going to shuffle the cards. Alright, so is he trying to let me know his feelings through music and touching? Yeah, probably. I have a feeling that's what it is. So you got here Temperance. So you got Queen of Cups this time, Page of Cups as well. Yeah, trying to connect with you more on that sense as well. Page of Cups is known to be quite flirtatious. So Queen of Cups, Justice as well, right? It's about an understanding towards it. Ooh, look at that, Six of Cups. So yes, it is. As I said, I said probably, right? That's because I felt that very much so. Now there's two cards I can prominently see, and I'm going to take those two cards only. So the first one here is the Magician, and then underneath right here we've got the Queen of Wands. All the other cards I'm going to put back because I was aiming for one card, and I also feel like, there's just, I don't really feel the rest of the cards. So let's take those two cards specifically. So we talked about the Magician and the Queen of Wands. Alright, so look at that, Queen of Wands, fiery, passionate. There it is, right? It's that sort of touching energy as well. And then the Magician, right, is about his way of communicating to you. So Magician is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is about communication. So that's his way of communicating to you, like, okay, this is how I feel. This is how I flirt. This is how, I like things. So that's his way of communicating things to you indirectly, is what I would say. And the Queen of Wands is also how you feel about things as well. It's quite sort of physical in nature a little bit. So that's what I'm seeing there as well. Also, Temperance is ruled by Sagittarius. So again, you've got that fiery energy and element. And then the Six of Cups is that sort of romantic gesture, right? In regards to that. So that's how he communicates things to you. In that sense. So yeah, he's trying to let you know through that. And the Queen of Cups here also shows that, he gets, I guess, the job done in many ways, because after, you do think about things quite often. You think about the situation, and it makes you feel curious. I'm not surprised, right? Because it worked. Obviously, it worked because it made you think about things, and it made you think, okay, is there something here? What's going on? So it makes you think, obviously. And then you've got the Justice card. So Justice is ruled by Libra. It's about balance, and it's also, and to be honest, even with Temperance, you've got those two cups, right? Water going from one cup to the other. So it is about balance. It is about things progressing and getting stronger. But Libra here is also a very, very strong energy. Very much so about justice being served and things getting better as well. So justice is a very, very strong energy in that sense of, wanting actions, words to be taken into consideration, justice being served, trying to show someone something in a very sort of direct manner, right? So again, that is about having sort of this vision and way of doing things in that sense, and wanting it to be noticed and felt, noticed and felt. So that's, again, what I'm really seeing here in this particular spread as well. Okay, so that is what we have for this question. I'm just going to take a sip of my water as well, and then I'm going to shuffle these cards. All right, let's shuffle these cards. Question number 3. Oh, I just read the bottom of your email as well. Let me just read that. So you said here, thank you so much. Your last reading gave me clarity, and since then he has been so much flirtier. I've been having so much fun singing with him. That's really lovely. That's really lovely. I didn't even read that bit until now. All right. So number 3, is he still? Is he and his karmic already discussing separation? Let's see. Well, it's either going to be a yes or a no, right? So let's see what's on the cards here. Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, Judgment, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this here really does showcase a lot of thinking. The decision has not been made yet. I don't feel that they have specifically spoken about things, but in a situation where things in a relationship feel like they're going to break down or collapse, or certain thoughts and ideas are just, being considered in regards to sort of that separation element or changing things, that's exactly what's happening here. So I don't feel that they've necessarily spoken about things 100%, but I definitely do feel that he specifically has thought, about change, movement, and picking up on things that perhaps just aren't suiting him in this particular situation. So it's still yet to be sort of resolved in terms of separation, in terms of, going different ways, different paths and avenues. But I do feel that this is something in many ways that will happen, but it hasn't fully happened. Do you know what I mean? So it's been thought about, and there's definitely a lot of reflection going on in regards to this connection, trying to sort of, first of all, I definitely feel like they've had something before where it's not gone so well, and it's caused a lot of emotional chaos, especially in the background here. You've got a lot of waves. If you look at this Two of Pentacles card, you've got a lot of waves there, so there's definitely been something that's happened before which has sort of led them to sort of get things together in terms of, emotions. But I also feel with the Eight of Wands that there is this very sort of strong energy of things moving forward in a new direction for them. So that's what I'm seeing, and again, a lot of these thoughts will be expressed to one another. Judgment is ruled by Pluto. It's about transformations specifically, so I definitely feel that there will be choices and decisions made to separate, specifically with this Ten of Cups, because I don't necessarily feel that, even though they are currently together, I don't necessarily feel that they will stay together. So this Ten of Cups represents right now that they are together, but I do feel also with the Seven of Pentacles that they will make choices and decisions which will actually lead them to go sort of their separate ways, because a lot of things are being thought about right now, especially on his side, things that suit him, things that don't. So the Ace of Pentacles here, shows new opportunity, in love, which can also be the opportunity with you, and also, you know, him really enjoying the time that the two of you sort of spend together is also, you know, manifesting and growing on him, and it's sort of an escape from, you know, the other connection, this karmic connection, and this shows here, you know, sort of a judgment to progress, you know, connection in a different way. So, you know, this is really something that I am picking up on quite strong. And, you know, I definitely do feel that they will eventually, have they currently discussed it? I don't feel so, but will they be discussing it? Yes. So that's, you know, that's something that's really coming through quite strong here. Alright, so they will be in time discussing it. Have they currently? No. Even the Ace of Pentacles here shows that in time they will discuss it, especially with that earth energy. The earth energy back at it again. Okay, so let's now move on to question number 4. So, has he thought of us in the long term? So I feel like when the two of you spend time together, he has thought about the two of you in the long term, that it could be fun, it could be exciting in that sense. So I definitely do feel that he has. Yeah, you got the Wheel of Fortune here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got the cards. I had a feeling we probably had all the cards here. So you got the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, reflection. This is the future right here. Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. It's about expansion. It is about abundance, success, future. Future in a very sort of prosperous and very auspicious way. And then the Queen of Wands is about real, like, solid attraction, chemistry, strong feelings. I mean, it's on the cards, you know, that's something I'm definitely seeing here. Oh, look at that, the sun, not holding back. You know, also, you know, with these sunflowers, a lot of bloom and growth in the connection as well. You've got the sun here, which is all about joy and warmth and positivity. And then also, if you look very closely here as well, you've got a lot of books as well. This is, you know, sort of like writing the future, right? So we've got a lot of that coming through. And again, that this 7 of Pentacles came out in the karmic reading as well that we just did, the karmic spread, should I say. So this shows that, you know, he is thinking more about that situation because he's having a lot of enjoyment here with you, right? So it's connecting and linking again. Queen of Swords with the 2 of Pentacles. Look at that. He's trying to get himself more balanced. He's trying to understand this situation with the karmic. You know, he's enjoying a lot of the time that the two of you spend together. So he's trying to sort of juggle and balance, and also trying to, at the same time, understand what his heart wants. Understand his emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental sort of needs at the same time. So there's definitely a lot of thought that I'm picking up on here, where, you know, he wants to get himself together. He has a lot of connection, attraction to you. He's thinking about, you know, sort of writing the pages of his future. He's seeing how he can come forward. You know, he likes your honesty and loyalty, that sort of element of trust as well. That's something that's definitely coming through quite strong. So, you know, in regards to your question, he has thought about the long term. He hasn't quite figured out exactly how he's going to manifest that long term, but he's thinking about it. And at the end of the day, reflecting and thinking about things can always help to kickstart a certain avenue, path, chapter. It really, really does help. So I think that if anything, it's really positive that he is able to, you know, think about this, and also that the two of you are able to have a really good time in regards to everything, and not feel, you know, stressed or pressured to that extent, and that things can go much better than expected, if that makes sense. So I definitely do feel that this is really positive in many ways, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune showcases an energy of things getting better with time, you know, step by step, there being progression. With time, you know, abundance comes. With time, the wheel turns. And so that's really positive. It's genuinely just absolutely lovely to see. And yeah, it's obviously very, very nice. Beautiful energy, I would say. Really beautiful energy. Yeah. no, really, really nice to, see that for sure. So that's, what I'm seeing here. All right, so now we're going to move on to your last question. I can't believe we're on your last question already. It feels like I just started your reading. Time flies when you're having fun, and I love what I do, so that's probably also a part of it. Okay, so will he tell me how he feels and time frame? So technically those count as 2 questions, but I'll see, if it comes up as well in regards to the time frame. So Fool is a new chapter, all right, indicated for the 2 of you. So Fool is ruled by Uranus, and of course that's about being quite spontaneous. So when he does very much so first of all, yes, he will tell you how he feels, and it will be quite spontaneous. Kind of say it out of the blue. And then also the Fool here is a new chapter because it's the first card in tarot. It's known to be sort of that leap of faith and loyalty. So the Fool here is sort of that step forward, but also the Fool is very much so about having started the new chapter after sort of just closing things off with the karmic. So it's all sort of interlinked, as we know. So as it stands currently, I would probably say between 8 to 9 sort of points. Now, this can be a little bit challenging because I feel like it's mainly 8 to 9 weeks rather than days. So I feel that this is more so in line, especially with the karmic and the situation there, the situation between the 2 of you and how I'm seeing things progress, because as I mentioned, I do think that things will take, just a little bit of time to get to that level. So Temperance here shows that as well, just a little bit of time for that sort of solid level of progression. And also 8 to 9 really does make quite a bit more sense in terms of weeks. So we're getting there with the time frame. So 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, this is about sort of working hard to ensure that he also feels quite ready with that card, with the 8 of Pentacles, that he feels much more balanced with the Temperance card, that he feels emotionally sort of ready to take things forward, because the Chariot is ruled by Cancer, so it's all about forward movement, progression, this connection, travelling far, and also yin and yang as well, which shows that connection. The 9 of Wands is about potential and progress, and him also, thinking about how things can progress. So I definitely feel that he'll spontaneously say something within 8 to 9 weeks, which will sort of make you feel like, okay, how he feels. So that's what I'm seeing there. Last card. Magician is ruled by Mercury. So we have the Mercury retrograde in February. I believe also with the shadow period that happens, as well, that this will actually be expressed during the Mercury retrograde that we do have. I believe the Mercury retrograde, including the shadow period, stems, I feel like we're already in sort of the shadow period for it. If not, I believe in like 1 or 2 weeks we'll be definitely in the shadow period. But essentially, the Mercury retrograde will span up until, I believe, mid-March with the shadow period. So I just sort of want to let you know that, that's what I'm seeing. Magician is ruled by Mercury. It's about communication. So that's really when I feel, that he will really tell you how he feels in regards to you and sort of give you a bit more insight. And I do feel that it's going to be quite spontaneous, and I feel like it's going to happen within the 8 to 9 week time frame, which, to be honest, I feel like we should hit the retrograde 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of, right? So the 23rd March, 30th March. So we're looking at the end of March. I believe the shadow period goes on for quite a while, but essentially I feel like a lot of this spontaneous energy is going to come through because of the retrograde anyway. So that's, something to sort of keep in mind, but that's also what I'm seeing for you. So this is your reading. I really hope it gave you lots of clarity, information, and knowledge. I really hope that it helped you in your path. And yeah, definitely do take care. And yeah, this is your reading. I'm sending so much positivity your way.